Hey everyone, welcome back to the SU Gang podcast. And today we're going to be recording two episodes today. The first one is we're trying to experiment with shorter content. So we're going to be trying some more quick football stuff, mainly on the new hip drop tackle rule that the NFL owners have recently voted to ban that. And it would be a 15-yard penalty on the defense if that happens going forward. And then right after we recorded our last video, L'Jarius Sneed got traded to the Titans, in my opinion, for an absolute steal. I think the Titans got a great deal out of it, and they also just extended him for 4 years, 70 million. So that will be interesting. And then also Jadeveon Clowney got a 2-year, $20 million contract with the Panthers, up to 24 million. And yeah, but we're gonna mainly again be talking about the hip drop tackle rule and maybe some other new NFL rules.
The kickoff too was weird.
Yeah, the XFL, we can talk about that too. So I guess the Clowney thing, I feel like it's a slight overpay for a guy who's a journeyman, but he had a good year in Baltimore last year. He's going to be a solid pass rusher for you. You got to do something to fill the Brian Burns hole, but I don't know about that much money, but regardless, I don't think it's a terrible L. I think people are just clowning on him because he said he wanted to win, and then he got that bag in Carolina. It's like, can you really blame him?
I mean, yeah. I mean, Clowney's always had like solid production. I mean, granted, he was a number one pick, so he never really lived up to the hype of that pick. But, it's not a terrible contract. They could probably get out of it after 1 year. So I don't hate it. I think people are kind of over exaggerating saying it's a horrible contract because it's only a 2 year deal. But solid move by the Panthers, in my opinion.
Yeah.
52 and a half career sacks, 15 forced fumbles. Like, that's not bad.
No, yeah,
It's,
and he had a good year last year to reach his
yeah.
bonus, which is good. But again, he is kind of like I mean, Zadarius Smith hasn't traveled as much, but he's kind of like a veteran traveling journeyman like Zadarius Smith. So that's what I think of him. He was good when we had Seattle, when he was on Seattle in 2019. I remember we were down like 14 nothing to the Niners. I think both times we played him, we were down 14 nothing, and he forced like a fumble and like returned it. And that was like a light in the tunnel because we were getting absolutely killed that first half. And we came back to win that game. So yeah, it was when we defeated the 8-0 Niners. So yeah, he started that off. But anyway, any quick thoughts about L'Jarius Sneed? I don't really feel like I have much here. I just feel like
Can
I feel like the draft capital was way lower than I expected for him.
yeah, I was thinking maybe if it was a team that was a more of a contender, it would have been a late first round pick. But I think, or if it was a team like Tennessee, I thought it would be a second this year, or maybe a fourth this
I
year.
just think
But
I just think that people in February, next February, are going to talk about how more impressive it is that the Chiefs are winning with less guys.
Oh no,
yeah,
yeah, yeah. Chiefs fans are like they're sad, and as a Bills fan, I'm like anything that hurts them. But at the same time, I'm like the other side of Chiefs fans is just gonna be like you're missing out on a three-peat. Like, and Hollywood Brown, I feel like will help that offense. He's never been a true wide receiver one, but I feel like he also hasn't been used properly. Slash in Arizona, he's dealt with a lot of quarterbacks from Howard Murray's injuries, so. I feel like he and Rasheed Rice are going to be a pretty underrated wide receiver duo.
I'm getting like Juju Smith-Schuster vibes when Juju Smith-Schuster was on the Chiefs.
yeah. I
In a
think
good
he's
or
a better
bad
player.
way. Oh no, I think he
Better,
is too, and he's also fast like MVS and probably has better hands too.
yeah.
Yeah. Let's see here.
Holy crap, Juju was terrible last year.
Was he? I mean, he got released, right?
No, he didn't. 29 catches,
He's still on the
260
fucking
yards.
team. Oh no, no, wait. He went to the Patriots. I'm terrible. I'm dumb. Yeah, no, he did terrible. He went from 933 on the Chiefs to 260.
260.
Oh my God, dude. And he had a horrible Steelers year before he left, too.
Yeah,
129 yards, no touchdowns. Bro, he's only had
one.
4 touchdowns in the last 3 seasons.
I mean, he's
Sucks.
had 3 solid years, 1 really good year, and then the rest are just not great.
Sucks.
Yeah. Okay, so the next thing is the hip drop tackle rule.
The Flag Football League.
Yes, sir. We're it's not the NFL anymore, it's the FFL, the Flag Football League. Okay, so I didn't even know what a hip drop tackle rule was until they announced this, but I think I get it now from what I've seen from pictures. It's and the description. It's basically when you lean your body and target the leg or waist area or lower, but you're using like your full body weight. I'm gonna be blunt. I think this is bullshit. I hate
I do
this. The
too.
refs are gonna do absolute numbers this year. They're gonna put up some GOAT tier numbers, and this looks like it is so subjective that it is gonna piss so many people off. Like, listen, I get there's injuries, but like, you guys can go first, but I feel like there's a fine line here between like player safety and just straight up rules that are subjective slash like get rid of the point of football, because I think to a degree, despite there being injury risks, especially with this, and no one likes injuries, football is a violent sport and the players accept that. And it's
Yeah.
been shown by the negative reaction by the NFLPA. JJ Watt even said, like, fast forward to where we put belts with flags on them. Like, but yeah, you guys, what are your guys' thoughts?
Oh, yeah. All right.
I'm just gonna go through pictures here. I don't know.
I just think that I feel bad for defenses. I feel bad for TJ Watt, Dexter Lawrence, Kayvon Thibodeau, Montez Sweat, Leonard Williams, you name it. I feel bad for all of them.
I think this is another hip drop tackle example
Their
here.
career is about to be wasted by the NFL.
Wait, David Montgomery's still on the Lions, right? He got a 2-year deal, right? Okay.
I thought it was
Bears
3
fans trying to tackle David Montgomery with the hip drop. Okay, here's one team that I think should be happy about this. It's the Ravens, because I'm sorry, if Derrick Henry is even like, let's just say 70% like he's been, and I think he's still gonna have 1 or 2 good years left. I'm sorry, that is going to be a nightmare to stop. I feel so bad for the rest of the AFC North. Not only do you have to worry about RPOs with freaking Lamar and Derrick Henry, how are you supposed to tackle Derrick Henry without this rule? Like, he's huge. Like, how are you supposed to bro, this is broken.
It's BS.
It's
like
dummy.
It is
If-
so dumb. What the fuck? Hold on.
if
Is there
they're gonna
else?
ban, I know,
Yeah.
like, but like, you know how they banned the chop block, obviously, but there was a play 2 years ago with Thaddeus Moss and Kayvon Thibodeau in the preseason where Moss was going to block Kayvon, and then he took him out by the knees, and there was no penalty, and Thibodeau sprained his ankle, or it was some sort of bad knee injury. If you're gonna ban the hip drop tackle and ban all the really good things that like the defenses can't do, then you have to ban sort of illegal blocks like what they did. Austin, can you like search it up, like the Kayvon Thibodeau, Thaddeus Moss? Like that's kind of what happened.
Oh, this was
It was
college, right?
no, this was the preseason in 2022.
Okay, because I know Thaddeus was part of that insane championship, but I feel like since he's been drafted to Cincy.
Oh, he was thinking on.
Wait, should I search up Thaddeus Moss?
Kayvon Thibodeau preseason. That's
Okay. Oh wait,
Yeah,
I
he's
think
not
I
even-
saw it. Hold on. All right,
He's literally in the CFL now.
Thaddeus?
Yeah, he's with the Hamilton
what?
Tiger Cats.
Bro, his fall. I mean, it's not even a fall off. He was part of a goated championship, went to the Bengals with Jamar and Joe, and then this. Wow, that's crazy. Okay.
See, I don't think you should be able to like block players out by like you should not be able to go for their knees because defenders can't go for a quarterback's knees, So then why are blockers allowed to go for, what do you call it?
I'm gonna go to the angle real quick. That's better. So that was him in the corner. Oh my God, that's dirty,
Yeah,
bro.
and there was no penalty.
Oh my God, that's crazy. Let's see the
Yeah.
comments. This isn't dirty. It's a freak at. Please, people just got mad at Future got. That's legal. It's a cup block. Wait, so the cup block? Well, they banned the chop block, but they haven't banned this. Okay, no, yeah, I feel like this, if anything, is more severe than the freaking hip drop tackle.
Yeah.
It's really dumb. I feel like in general, there's just a line between yeah, okay, I already kind of mentioned this, but I feel like there's a line that's being crossed here, and I feel like especially if most NFL players hate this, they accept that yes, there's injuries, but this is also a violent sport to a degree. These subjective calls over the last few years are overall just ruining that.
No, I agree.
Um, uh,
But like,
There's a tweet from my boy Jaquan Brisker. He
Huh?
tweeted something about my boy Jaquan Brisker. He tweeted something about this. Bear safety.
all right, yeah,
Let me show you. Let me show you real quick.
I can
Sorry
I
if I
can I can find it. We so
Oh,
worried.
yeah, right there. The
This one?
injuries. The
Oh.
injuries are part of the game. Y'all know what you signed up for. Y'all know what you signed up for. If you don't want to get tackled, play basketball, etc., like everybody else. Any tackle can get you hurt or injured. You never want to see it happen, but things happen.
Yeah,
It's
and
fast.
He's
examples like the
completely right.
Damar Hamlin thing, it was a routine collision, and boom, he got hurt. So I feel again, any injury can happen at any time, and these players accept it. But when you have this subjective soft stuff, it one ruins the game for fans, but also just could. I feel like the Chiefs are going to massively benefit from this. I don't know how it's just going to happen. Like there's going to be a hip drop tackle on Pacheco or something. They're like 15-yard penalty.
And then the guy gets ejected actually for making the tackle.
Oh my
Then
God.
If the Chiefs make a hip drop tackle, it won't get called.
Oh no, yeah. Because again, like this this is funny. I put the Green Bay Packers and the Lions here because one team gets benefited from calls, the other gets screwed. But like this a hip drop tackle? Because the guy's over the waist and on the back. So like you could argue, oh, that might not be a hip drop tackle, even though it pretty much is the same concept. Like, why? I don't get that, bro. This is getting bad. This is sad. I had a lot better thoughts on to say before this, but like now I'm pretty much fumbling so badly right now. But yeah,
Yeah, it's so
overall,
bad. I feel bad for defenses. My friend who plays linebacker for varsity football, he hates roughing the passer. Just imagine this hip drop tackle rule.
well, it really depends on how bad it is. Because if the quarterback clearly throws the ball away, and then like 1 or 2 seconds later the guy gets laid out, I feel like that can be called. But if it's like a split second where the guy can't stop himself, yeah, that's really dumb. Like, remember the Grady Jarrett sack that got called for roughing the passer?
Yeah, that was a terrible call.
That was the worst call I think I've seen in a while.
There was one in that Giants Vikings wild card. It didn't
Dexter
matter.
Lawrence.
I remember that. I was pissed.
It was a terrible call.
Some of these calls are dumb. It's not protecting quarterbacks. Tell them to protect themselves. Just like
what do you
Brady
guys think
said.
of the new kickoff rule? Because I feel like that's one of the other main rules. So I think how it works is no one can move. They line up differently closer to where the guy is getting the ball on kickoff, but no one can move until the guy touches it. It was a UFL/XFL rule that's now part of the NFL.
It's honestly stupid because I think you have a solution where you can just move the ball back for the kicker 10 yards, but still have everybody else on the kickoff team at the 35-yard line.
I mean, I think there's actually some benefits to this, but this with the hip drop tackle rule will mean more kick returns, which could be good or bad, but like, I think this is an example of it. Yeah, you see how everyone's like lined up near the 30 and 35, and then no one moves until it's
Oh, my
touched.
Dallas Renegades.
Yep. Oh yeah,
I-
another one. You have to tell the other team you're onside kicking. I don't know how this will affect it as much, but okay.
I don't think
No
anyone
more
cares, right?
surprise onside kicks.
I became. I don't know if anyone cares. I became a Renegades fan in 2020.
Very cool.
I remember the XFL before
Oh yeah,
COVID.
no, bro. Imagine this play. If the hip drop tackle was banned, this DK play wouldn't even count. Because look at that. That is a hip drop tackle. Also, yeah, the trade deadline's to week 9. I'm personally all for that.
Me too.
I really like I feel like it just causes more chaos, and I think it's pretty good. Oh wait, that's funny. The Eagles have to go to Brazil. Have to go
Good.
to Brazil. They have to start off. Oh, and it's a Peacock
Wait,
exclusive
what week
game.
is it? What
Week
week is it?
1. Their first week game is in because the NFL announced they're officially having a game in Brazil. It's week 1 Friday, and it's a Peacock game.
Ooh. I hate Peacock, but you know what? I'll watch it. I'll tune in.
Oh yeah,
Watch the
also
Steelers.
another challenge flag rule, which I think is fine. If you get one of your first 2 challenges right, you get the other one. You get one
That's
more. I feel like that's fine because yeah, and then NFL teams are now allowed to place up to 2 players on injured reserve before rosters go from 90 to 53 and still have those players designated to return.
That's good.
I think it's solid. And then we do have a Christmas game on Wednesday, which I mean, there's always a
then-
Christmas game, but we're returning to Wednesday games just like in 2020.
And then there's gonna be a game on Thursday, then a game I think on Friday, and then Saturday, and then Sunday. It's gonna be a lot of football.
Every day is going to be
This is
football.
why I love football, bro.
The football.
But
Oh,
remember,
man.
2020, we had 2020 was the only season where we had a game every day of the week.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Because
Dude,
Christmas
COVID
was
was
on a
such an
Friday.
interesting time. Cough, cough, the Ravens, I think, getting infected way too much.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
we had a Ravens Steelers game on a Wednesday. We had the Vikings Saints on a Friday, but that was scheduled because of Christmas. We had a bunch of Tuesday night football games, a bunch of them.
Chiefs Bills.
Damn.
Or that was Monday. Maybe I was wrong.
Yeah.
No, Chiefs Bills was Monday afternoon, actually, believe it or not Monday
Oh
night.
yeah,
Six.
Monday
the
afternoon.
oh yeah, the Bills lost that, I think, and then they won the other regular season games they played, but it doesn't matter because Mahomes owns us.
All right.
Honestly, like it's to the point where if they play in the playoffs again, which is probably inevitable in the next few years, I I won't even have hope. I'm now done. I'm done, bro. I mean, if they surprise me, sure, but I will. I now have lost hope. Well, not lost hope, but I will be going in with low expectations and ready to be hurt again if they play again in the playoffs. Because we've seen now he can win on the road. This year, people were down him because 2 of his 3 games to the Super Bowl were on the road, and he never really did that before.
No, he
He's
didn't.
never actually done that before, not once in his career.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, but if there's anyone who can march into a 16-1 team, for example, on the road, it's Mahomes and unfazed. I in my Jets franchise, he did that and beat me. So, yeah. All right. Well, I feel like that's all we got for new rules. Overall, some good ones, but also some very dumb subjective hip drop tackles that are starting to ruin the game.
Yeah.
And
But hey, at least we're getting more football, like on Wednesday and on a Friday. Like
yeah, well, that's
that
holidays.
still
But
makes me
yep,
excited.
yep, yeah, especially because you guys have the baseball playoffs and then right into football.
I love man that in September, October, November, just the Ember season. You know what Ember? You know, obviously
Yes,
Ember season, greatest time of the year in my opinion. Better than summer. Better than summer. And that's a hot
facts.
take too.
Yes. All right, we're gonna wrap this up